Let's just say nukes, for instance. Let's just say nukes, fucking nuclear warheads, right? It's like we're at 250, and the next closest country is at like 25. Like, what are we spending money on defense for? Like, what's the point, right? It's the same old kind of power struggle,
If
man.
we are spending money on the defense budget, I think that money should be more catered to the mentality and psychology of those who have been to war. Our
Yes,
war veterans.
yes,
They need to learn how to heal and how to
yes.
process life after war, being in situations where they have risked their life for this country
I
and
agree.
they come home to nothing. You know what I
That's a
mean?
shame, man.
And they come home to an existence that they don't feel acquainted or appreciated in. You know what I mean? And
I agree.
I know that for a fact from talking to some of them. They said, man, the hardest adjustment was just coming home and people not even knowing that I sacrificed my life
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just so
And,
they
and
can have the freedoms that they have. And although that conversation was very deep, and I'm not going to get so far into it, there are certain things I think should be in place for them when they do come home.
I agree, brother.
And
I
these
agree.
you send these young men and women to war to fight for our freedom, so we say, so we think, and then when they come home, they can barely get benefits, they can barely get taken care of. The medicines that are being prescribed for them are bad. Um,
Yeah.
the proper care that we're giving them, it doesn't exist all the time. So
No,
that's just
definitely.
me from what I've seen. I'm not saying that's every.
No, no, no. You're right on point, and it's not. I mean, it's most of the time. To
Yeah.
be quite honest with you, I mean, my background. I got a degree in psychology, and when I was in San Diego, I used to counsel Navy SEALs and Marines, and they used to tell me, and all these guys are like young, man. They're in their early 20s,
Mm,
with all kind of issues with these dual diagnosis, whether it's depression or post-traumatic stress disorder, and some
mm,
kind of alcoholism, some kind of drinking, heavy drinking, and some kind of depression or trauma, you
yeah.
know. And most of those guys say, man, they feel they're so upset when they come back and they see civilians, everyday people, just taking life for granted. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Not trying their best, or when they go to the store and they see all of these options that people have and they just take it for granted. They're like, man, we hate that. We can't stand that
Yeah.
because we fought for these freedoms and you all are not even, you know, you're taking them for granted.
You don't even care.
They really hate it, man.
Yeah.
Most of those guys, they hate it with a passion. Or you walking around with fatigues on. Why you got
Yeah.
fatigues on, dude? Like you don't have a clue what those fatigues are about.
That was
No,
something I was never with, and I'm not knocking nobody for doing it, but
sure.
because I know brothers who went to war, cousins that I have that did that,
Uh,
uncle, I never wore like the fatigues because I understood what that was. And you're
right,
talking about guys who were in trenches, did making
right,
foxholes
right.
and they were risking their lives
That's
uh,
right.
to defend. So I understood why I wouldn't wear them, but it's when I know when they see it and they're talking about it, it's like, dude, that's disrespectful to us.
I think so.
Yeah. Even on
Because
that, on a kind of another subject, but in the realm of that, I heard that a soldier told Colin Kaepernick to kneel instead of
yeah,
sitting down.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Because they fight
he
for our
saw.
rights.
Yeah, he said he saw him kneeling. He saw him sitting down because he wasn't going to stand for the national anthem.
Right.
And, hey, brother, I'd appreciate it more if you kneeled instead of sitting down because
Yeah.
to kneel shows reverence or whatever to the situation. So he said
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what he did, and here
Hmm.
we go with this whole rebranding or whatever you want to call it, where they say, "Oh well, he wasn't. He was being an asshole, or he was disrespecting the country." And you can't say that because you weren't there and you don't know why he did it. Same
Yeah.
thing with Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. You
Oh
see
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
him
Yeah.
go in the back,
That's
and
a good one. That's a
so
good one. Way back.
yeah,
Never nuggets, baby.
yeah, he decided to stay in the back and not stand for the national anthem. He said he
Yeah.
always went to the back, and the NBA blackballed him because that was something. But here we say the land of the free. home of the brave, and you're telling people on the, was it the First Amendment, that they can't do these things.
Yeah.
It's a twisted way that it works. You know what I mean?
Is it twisted? It is twisted. It just speaks to the foundation of this country, man.
Absolutely.
The white supremacist ideologies and mindsets of this country. Yeah, it's free, but not for you.
Yeah.
It's total freedom.
Yeah, but not you. Not you. You can't do that.